Apologies as I step outside to teach Adam Vickers how to use the Life Total app. But like I said, round 4 action here, Friday Night Magic, and we get right into the action. On the left is Dave Snow. He's playing a Bant Flash deck. That's the typical Flash sell, except he's playing a few more copies of Rewind. He's playing Advent of the Worm, that is the main deck, and Voice of Resurgence. And Adam Vickers is playing his homebrew bug control deck with the top end of Aetherling. It's just a lot of good value creatures and the black and blue control elements that we've come to expect out of those color combinations. Yin Sang has stepped out. I think he's headed home for the night, so it will be just me on commentary until someone finishes up, as we see Vickers resolving a Deathrite Shaman, which should be pretty good in this matchup, as it effectively negates Snapcaster Mage. And Dave is not going to tap out on his turn very often, if at all. He is playing, as I said, Counter Magic, Sphinx's Revelation, and it has the combo of Rewind into either Restoration Angel or Advent of the Worm. We do see an Advent of the Worm in his hand now, and he does have the mana to cast it. End of turn, Adam is going to play a Forbidden Alchemy. We see a Thragtusk, a Farseek, a land, and not sure what that bottom card is. That looks to be the one he took, as is always my luck. This is a fun one for those of you paying close attention at home. You look at that swamp that Adam just milled. That is in fact a Guru Swamp. Adam has had those cards since he was a kid. So there we see Advent of the Worm at end of turn. Let's see if it resolves. Adam thinking about it. And it does in fact stick, so 5/5 Trampler for Dave. And then Adam looked like he was going to play something, but he's going to let Dave untap here. That might not be a wise choice, but we'll see how it goes. With the Forbidden Alchemy is a nice combo with Deathrite Shaman, as it does give you an opportunity to get some mana off of the Deathrite. Obviously, it's a mainstay in Legacy and Modern because it's because of the existence of fetch lands, but other than Grizzly Salvage, not a lot of cards in Standard that are number 1 playable, and number 2 put lands in the bin. Dave with his 5th land in a pass back, and Adam's going to end of turn Putrefy the token. Interesting choice there, as Dave does have Dissipate up, but he's going to let that resolve, choosing rather to hold that Dissipate back to fight over something else later. So Adam looks like he might be stuck on lands here. He is in fact stuck on lands. So end of turn, Dave is going to flash out 2/2 Vigilant Knight, opting for that mode on the Bant Charm. He's going to get in there for 2. Play a 6th land, which is super relevant, as he can now Snapcaster back the Advent of the Worm. And I'm going to go ahead and think once here, and end of turn remove his Farseek. And interestingly enough, Dave not using this opportunity to Snapcaster back the Advent of the Worm while the Deathrite was tapped. So obviously has another line of play in mind. Adam does in fact find his 4th land, a Woodland Cemetery. I do not know what that card is. I do not know. Oh, it's Plasm Capture. Wow. So Adam's going to untap with 6 mana here. It's the first time I think I've ever seen Plasm Capture resolve in my life. It's kind of a fringe card currently, but Adam's finding a place for it in his deck. Now Dave in a little bit of a spot here, as Adam has a full grip, and while Dave does have a clock, a 2/2 Knight, unlikely to go the distance. Dave's shocking himself here. Let's see what that means. And there's a Thragtusk, using the mana from the Plasm Capture. I guess Dave's thinking about what he wants to do here. He's 1 mana shy of being able to dissipate, snap back, dissipate. But he is going to try and dissipate it. And that is going to work. Adam's still with 1 mana floating. And there's a second Thragtusk. This one is likely going to stick. So Adam goes back up to 16. With a threat on board now, we see the power of Plasm Capture in that spot as Adam is able to cast 2 Thragtusks in the same turn. Dave's going to go ahead and cycle a Thought Scour, milling another Thought Scour and a card I could not see. Should note that Dave is playing Runechanter's Pike in his deck, so he is playing a Pike deck, so that Moorland Haunt can create evasive tokens that can win the game in its own right. So we see Dave draw the Voice of Resurgence, one of the few cards in his deck that he has to tap mana for on his main phase. So Dave on a thinker here. Thinking about whether he wants to play that Voice. He's going to play a Breeding Pool tapped. And there's the Voice of Resurgence, making a real impact on Standard, if for nothing else than just the price tag, as it is a pretty expensive card. $40 to $50 at most retail locations. So we got a thinker here. And there we see... Is that Gaze of Granite? Gaze of Granite for 0. See what that card is? Gaze of Granite for 0 will take out the token as it costs 0. And I'm going to serve in with his Thragtusk. I think Dave's just going to make a Moorland Haunt token to chump. That's exactly what he's going to do. I guess the other card that we couldn't see off that Thought Scour mill was Restoration Angel, and he's going to double block here to take care of the front half of this Thragtusk. For damage, it looks like we're going to Tragic Slip the Voice of Resurgence for the blowout. So Adam manages to save his Thragtusk. Passes the turn back. Dave's going to go cycle his Azorius Charm there. Trying to find some business here. He's still sitting on the Snapcaster Mage, which he can use to snap back either his... he might just be saving that for a massive Sphinx's Revelation. With Adam tapped out, he might be doing it now. That is in fact what he's doing. So Sphinx's Revelation for 4, I believe. Yep, it is for 4, so using this window with Adam tapped out of blue mana to go ahead and draw 4 cards, go back up to 20. And with the Snapcaster and the token, he can try to trade with that Thragtusk again. Obviously in Dave's deck, he doesn't really care that much about the Beast token, but as soon as I say that, he's going ahead and go ahead and get in there with the Spirit token. Thragtusk comes in, and Liliana of the Veil is the follow-up. It's going to make Dave sack a dude. Seems like an interesting spot there, because Dave can untap and run that Spirit token into Liliana, but Adam's playing a fair amount of removal, so it's not guaranteed by any means. So Spirit comes in at Liliana, and as expected, I think Adam's going to go ahead and no, he's just going to bin it. Seems like a pretty high cost edict effect there to get rid of that Snapcaster Mage, but might have another one in his hand. And he's going to go aggro here, activating his Deathrite Shaman. We're going to figure out what they want to do. So it looks like in response, Dave is going to make a Moorland Haunt token, effectively negating the Deathrite activation. And Dave's just going to take it again. The turn, Dave's going to flash out Advent of the Worm. Adam responds with a Snapcaster on Plasm Capture. The new school mana short. So Adam won floating 5 mana there. Looks like it should be 4. So if that ends up being a relevant, I'll go out there and correct them on that. Dave in a spot here. He's got a Voice of Resurgence, I believe it's Breeding Pool, a Snapcaster Mage, and a Azorius Charm. Yeah, Adam realizing that it is in fact 4 mana, so making that correction before I have to go out and tell him about it. So Dave's going to add to the board with another Voice of Resurgence. Just serve in for 2 here. Dave really valuing this incremental damage from the Moorland Haunt tokens. Not willing to part with them for chump blocks. So with the Plasm Capture mana, Adam's going to play a Thragtusk. Looks like Dave is going to choose this opportunity to flash back and dissipate on Thragtusk, and that is in fact going to resolve. And Adam realizing that in response to the Snapcaster, he can activate the Deathrite Shaman. So removing the Dissipate before Dave can cast it. So I'm in a pretty good spot here with 2 Thragtusks on board. But it looks like Adam is playing off the top now. And in the turn, Dave is going to make another Moorland Haunt token. It's going to be tough to race these Thragtusts now with the Haunt tokens, but a Pike off the top, and this game turns around pretty dramatically. I believe Dave's playing, I took a look at his list earlier, or just shuffled through his deck before the tournament. I'm pretty sure he has 2 copies of Pike in his deck. He does have that one white-bordered revised island. That's fun. Just a throwback to the days when I actually played Standard. So 2 tokens serving in. And Dave going to tap out for Sphinx's Revelation. I'm doing it at sorcery speed here, so that Adam hasn't drawn his card yet. He may have done that during Adam's upkeep, and either one is effective, but basically just taking advantage of a window in which the Sphinx's Revelation is effectively uncounterable. Adam taking a look through the bin. As the chat is moves on to discussions of the Stanley Cup playoffs, which I must admit I have not followed nearly as much as a dedicated Penguins fan should this year. And I'm going to cycle cast the back half and think twice. Look for some business here. He's going to remove the Sphinx's Revelation from Dave's deck. I forgot to update my Thragtusk count. I may have missed another one, but I know I missed one. Alright. So Dave's thinking over his options here, staring down 2 Thragtusk, a Snapcaster Mage, and an active Deathrite Shaman. Hello, Garrett. We join you following your round 4 match. How did that go? So you're 3-1 on the evening? 2-2. 2-2. We've got Dave Snow here playing Bant Flash with a Voice of Resurgence, 3 Moorland Haunt tokens, and Snapcaster. Facing down 2 Thragtusk, a Snapcaster, and an active Deathrite Shaman from the bug control deck of Adam Vickers.
Seems like a very even matchup.
Feels like Adam is ahead.
I mean, overall.
Hey, Jonathan.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Board presence. But.
No, I think you're exactly right. We did see something interesting earlier, which was an appearance of Plasm Capture, which allowed... Oh, that's not a... I apologize. That's not a Moorland Haunt token. That Squirrel token is a Voice of Resurgence token. Which I could have put together. It is now a 5/5. if Dave had another creature in his bin, he could flash it back, or make another token, make it a 6/6 for the blowout.
Is it a 5/5? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I didn't see the voice under the Snapcaster.
Yeah.
Then he has to go weird. I did. No, just my pulse results.
And he is going to, before damage, he's going to Snapcaster. He's going to unsummon his Snapcaster. A nice white bordered 4th edition one. Replaying it with the Deathrite Shaman tapped. He's going to make it 2/2 Knight and
Kill both the Thragtusk.
kill both Thragtusk.
Or is he just pumping it?
No, he's... No, I guess he's just pumping it?
You would make the Night Diver. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, this way he also takes 3 damage.
Okay, right?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't trample, does it?
Yes,
Yeah, it gets
plus
to
it has to trample.
Oh, the pump effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's probably the line there because I don't know. Dave like Dave Snow always does. He's played this game in ways where I'm like, why is he doing that? And then like 5 turns later, I'm like, oh, because he had.
I get it because I'm on Dave's level.
Well, I figured, but you weren't in here to help me. As we see an appearance by Deadbridge Chant, Adam Vickers is all about this card, and I personally am also all about this card. We're not gonna see its impact as Rewind's taking it out. And we also see the power of Rewind being able to untap any 4 lands that can fix your mana.
Any target Moorland Haunt.
Huh?
Any target Moorland Haunt.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's run himself out of creatures here. But there were multiple instances earlier in the game where Dave could have blocked, chumped Thragtusk attacks with Moorland Haunts. He didn't. He just used his life total. He's chained a couple Sphinx's Revelations together. Mm-hmm. And now he's, in a spot where he's got 2 Voices of Resurgences in play. A grip full of hands against a hellbent opponent.
Voice is so good against a blue deck.
Huh?
Voice is so good against a blue deck.
Yeah.
Turns off all your counter spells.
Well, yeah, it does, and it just makes you you end up having to do such like.
Yeah, I'm not that worried.
Oh, jeez. Double charm, yeah. It's bad news for Adam Vickers. Double charm, yeah.
Like I was saying, I don't care too much about the main phase stuff, but it makes you do is just the fact that it turns off all your counter spells and like combat tricks is the key thing against the blue decks.
Curse of Deathhold. That's pretty good. Now, of course, a main deck card. I guarantee you, Dave was not playing this game around Curse of Deathhold. Because that's not a common card. That is one that we were talking about earlier tonight that it seems like a lot of people have forgotten about. It was a format pillar for a long time, and does Dave just have 4 lands now? It's effectively turned off his Moorland Haunt. It makes the pikes that he's going to draw later in the game much, much worse. But to be fair, Adam's not really providing much of a pressure, although that
He can
Deathrite,
attack into the Deathrite can block both voices.
well, the Deathrite Shaman is also a 6-turn clock at this point.
Right.
Because they're... Whoa. I don't know about that. Would you not be using the Deathrite aggressively at this point?
Is he hellbent still?
Yes. He just drew a card.
Like, you're still just scared to death of having it all.
So, Adam choosing which card he doesn't want flashed back.
Does Dave only have lands in his hand?
Yes. He has 4 of them.
Is this game 1?
It's game 1.
Wow.
Flashback my alchemy. Wait, doesn't that trigger the voices?
What?
Doesn't it say, how does voice read?
What did he put?
Another thing puts a spell in your turn.
Yeah, didn't he just flashback Forbidden Alchemy?
So
somebody else to open the door.
Adam, did you flashback that Forbidden Alchemy at the end of his turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, to his credit, Dave just said he missed it. So, but I don't know. We would have let other people back in. Yep, he just did make
I
it.
don't know. I'm not saying it because it's Adam Vickers. I'm saying it. It's just they missed it. It wouldn't matter if
Is it a May?
no. It's not me.
Well, I mean, I tried. I mean, it's up to Dave. If Dave wants to not put it into play,
You won't forget again.
he will not forget again. The problem is that the problem for Dave in this situation is that a little box doesn't pop up and say, "Would you like to use this ability?" Click OK. Dave, of course, playing a ton of Modo. So Dave using the Snapcaster Mage there just to try and flash back any business. I mean, that could not be a bigger deal, as he would now have, an additional 8 power of dudes on the board.
I mean, that's at the same time.
It would make 2.
It wouldn't have
Yeah,
done
let me
this if
see.
we weren't sitting here under camera. So,
Right, but I mean, it's just, we do it all the other times.
yeah. Oh, I don't like this attack at all.
From Adam,
Yeah.
he's going to chump.
Just want to chump. Let's throw away the Snapcaster.
Oh, because it also triggers when it dies, right? There's so much text on that card.
You want to use Grandmaster Smart? Were you the one telling me about that? Oh, wait. I'm going to look you up on that. Just make sure you bring him.
Yep. Well, talk to Scotty too. I don't know if I'll be able to.
So Adam now is using his Deathrite on the aggro plan. And that is Gaze of Granite for 2?
Which will kill everything. It'll create a 1/1 token which instantly dies to Curse Death Soul.
Right. But doesn't also kill the...
Deathrite Shaman now. Which is fine if he has another one. I think he left one and it's Forbidden Alchemy.
Okay.
He has another one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Was he under a... I don't know, I would have liked that too, definitely, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone that route, but
that's
at least
very
with the backup shaman. I mean, I guess.
Well, I guess now David is
He
forced
must
to
have counter spells on his hand
draw a
too,
creature.
if he's wanting to get those cards off the board.
Dave doesn't have another Sphinx's Revelation in his bin, I don't think. He does have a Supreme Verdict in his hand, though. While you're not dreaming of scenarios in which you can trade your Supreme Verdict for 1 Deathrite Shaman, seems like the best thing to do here.
I consider getting value out of a Supreme Verdict, just great. I'd gladly 1 for 1.
Yeah, this spot in the game against this deck.
I would trade the 6 mana Terminus for Voices Researches.
Adam flashing back his Think Twice. Now I'm not under the lock of this casually plays $200 worth of Guru Island, signed by the artist.
Is he playing kind of like Max's list from a few weeks ago?
Now he's playing his own thing.
Which means Max can't
What are
take luck
his
anymore.
win
That's all the
conditions?
ways.
Thragtusk?
Aetherling.
I forgot.
Thragtusk and Aetherling. So Dave going for something here. Advent of the Worm. Plasm Capture. The man...
The Mana Drain.
Well, Dave likely rewinding the Plasm Capture. It's very unlikely that Dave was not setting up this exact play to be able to counter. Now, if Adam has 2 counters, so be it. But I mean, I think. Well, we flashing back. Think twice here, maybe.
Maybe an Alchemy.
It'd be very unlikely that Adam had, with just 2 cards in his hand, just naturally had 2 counter spells at this point. But
But at the same time, like, there was a reason why he wanted to get those voice research on top of the field.
Yeah.
So David's playing Pike.
Yes, he
You know
is.
how many? 1, 2.
I think 2. Snapcaster Mage.
Ooh, okay, he's gonna get rid of it.
Oh.
It's like they stopped it. Rewind the Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah. So the Plasm Capture never happened. Because Dave was not only had a rewind in hand, but another Snapcaster.
Adam's helmet, and he has a 3/3. Or
4/4. So a 3-turn clock. A Pike off the top will win the game right here. We haven't seen it at all.
They both held it.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Get you for 4. So life totals have stabilized at this point. It seems very odd to do that after combat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Did he just mill a Pike? For whatever reason, the way that the playmats are, the player on the left side has constantly had their graveyard just off camera. Dave's removed from game piles and Norman. Is Vickers playing a Drowned Yard?
Probably.
Seems like it would be pretty egregious not to, right?
These guys are going to time, right?
On game 1, maybe.
I don't know, the thing of Flash Deck is really, especially with Pikes, killing like turn 6.
Yeah. Like, I was kind of had to throw the kitchen sink at him just to kind of stave this off. And this is even with, like, 2 Thragtusk resolving. Maybe 3, actually. I think my Thragtusk count started at 4 for this game. I think.
What did it get up to against Cliff and...
Well, that was 14.
14?
14 in
record.
1 game. Not a match. Game.
There's Fixes Revelation here.
Yep.
Yeah, game over.
Effectively. I mean, Dave was more concerned about making sure he didn't mill himself.
Well, he knows. I have a feeling he knows what's in his deck now. Probably close it out. Right?
Yeah, but see, like, I don't understand why we didn't do this beforehand, because he drew a Pike. And, like, the game would have just been over.
Yeah.
And believe me, I'm not questioning Dave Snow of all people, but... And that pretty much locks it up, doesn't it? We need, what, a Gaze of Granite here?
Well, it's still like a Road Sweeper. Gaze of Granite for 2.
He's run. I don't know how many he's played. He's already, how many he plays. He's already played 2. And there we go. So these guys are gonna need to shuffle up and go fast, especially Adam, because he's very likely playing for the draw here, as we have. Of course, my clock is not by any means the
No, yeah, I forgot about that.
official. It's for entertainment purposes only, is what I like to say. But they are going to struggle here to come up with game 2. Why don't you guys like take it over for a second to use the rest of it?
Move my legs like that. Let's go back here. You did that earlier. I won against the Streganator, who during our match talked about eating magic cards. Typical Shreggy. He conceded game 2 against he conceded game 2 against me because he was on 2 lands, and it was like turn 5, and I had not missed a land drop yet, but I had think twice into 2 lands, and I had no lands left in my hand. I had no gas, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and concede."
You're playing Esper.
And I'm like, "Yes, okay." It just didn't show him my hand, didn't show him anything. I was just like, "Okay."
What was in your hand?
Like 2 Verdicts, 2 Sphinx's Revelations, and a Jace.
What
So if
kind
I
of deck
found
is he playing?
he's playing Bant mid-range, like it's a guy like that.
Okay.
Fine speaker.
Yeah, I'd probably...
If I landed a Jace the next turn, it was very hard for him to win, but
What does that make your record?
I'm 2-2. I got the pants knocked off me in game 3 by Skippy.
Really? Oh, he's playing zombies, right? Yeah. Like what kind?
Black, red, blue.
Crixus.
Just just the Lord.
What's the blue for the Lord?
And the red is for Outlanders and burn spells.
Seems very...
If it doesn't face interruption, I mean, it can be very good.
I just be worried about my mana base.
Yes, that is obviously the problem. He has Cavern Souls though. So in this game, I think Vickers brings in his Aetherling, so I don't think Dave Snow has an answer to Aetherling. As long as Vickers plays it smart.
Unless he plays it on turn 6.
Unless he plays it and then Snapcaster is a counterspell. Oh! I was like, is he really doing this? Is he really going to do this? Yes! I'm, of course, referring to the games that I lost 0-2 against Jonathan Wright.
What? Oh, the Aetherling?
Yeah. Dave Snow has to be bringing in Gates. Maybe a Detention Sphere.
I'm trying to think of what the other... His Bant Flash list is a lot different, but I'm trying to think of the other sideboards.
I know he has Dispel. He probably brings that in.
What does he have? Counterspells to hit? Kill spells.
More counterspells, more kill spells. I don't think he'll bring in more kill spells. If he has more Gaze of Granite in the sideboard, he'll definitely bring those in. If he has more curses in the sideboard, he'll bring those in.
Because they're like unblockable life, but they never keep a dude back.
How does he deal with Thragtusk?
Adam?
Dave.
Just goes around it.
Bigger.
Like, Pike is bigger than Thragtusk. Voice of Resurgence, tokens trade with Thragtusks. We see Vickers play turn 2
Now
first.
he can play on turn 6, no problem.
There's no good. Holland Fountain into Hinterland Harbor, so both players have perfect mana in this match. No turn 2 voice from Dave. Feels like a card that if you have, you just jam turn 2 every time.
The Bant Flash mana is really sketchy.
It doesn't play
Sphinx's Revelation
Farseek.
double... I know, but Sphinx's Revelation double blue, Advent double green, and Verdict double white. Tested with a little bit of it, just gave me trouble.
So Dave gonna cycle the Azorius Charm. Vickers gonna play a tap land into Deathrite. Both players just establishing their board position.
Now his man's turn.
Yeah, now he's got turn 4 land from Vickers. Holding up some kill spells or counter spells.
Seems really good.
Going to eat the Azorius Charm.
That's right, gets slaughtered. Stacks, they're playing a full form. Snapcasters, right?
I think so. If not, 3 Snapcaster. Restoration Angels to bounce them.
Man, he wants to win.
Well, he doesn't want the Farseek in his graveyard either if he resolves a Deadbridge Chant. Like, the added bonus of Deathrite in this deck is the fact that you
out your graveyard.
Select the bad cards from your graveyard and just remove them. There's no
Sitting on fight.
This is the post-sideboarded matchup that we were expecting. Both players probably sided in counterspells, both players probably setting on Sphinx's Revelation, or at least Dave's setting on Sphinx's Revelation, and Vickers probably setting on more counterspells.
Adam's got some pretty strong revelations.
Yeah. All he needs is that Deathrite exile land, and he can cast it out. Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah.
Neither player having...
Leaving just paid up. He's gonna fight over this. Oh.
Adam play Plasma Capture into Dissipate.
Gets the worm.
And that Plasma Capture would have been very good because I'm sure
What did he just
Vickers has.
What was that?
That is a Putrefy,
Okay.
while Davis tapped out.
Yeah. So Pike is
So
kind
2 for 2 in that exchange.
of lackluster, but that's right out there.
Yes, very much so. And of course, Dave does not have a single target removal like Adam does to get rid of it.
He's got a free turn, but he's got nothing to do in his turn. I mean,
Well, that's the problem whenever you play Flash.
yeah.
Whenever your opponent taps out.
Here come the Thragtusk. Or 1.
So this is going to be X's 3. I guess Zach's not coming back since he opens that in here.
Or a trade. I think this.
Is it orb?
I don't know. Is that my pen or your pen?
That's my aura. I gave to you.
Now I get live action monitor. So Dave resolves the Big Sphinx's Revelation. Has to clean up. If Vickers was lacking any color mana, he now has lands in the graveyard to go after.
Oh, did I call it? I called it.
There is a Thragtusk. Vickers going to go to 25.
It seems like the worst card for Dave.
Yeah, it does not seem like
Your removal is just, like unsummons, right?
well, again, it's not a card that you are going to attack with your spells. It's a card that you're going to deal with in combat. I find it hard to believe that a player like Matt Costa would play this deck and not have a plan for his Thragtusks.
Yeah.
Sorry. JB cornered me. I have a fun story. Involving competing stores. Magic players flaming the store's Facebook page today.
Deathrite Shaman going to exile to Dissipate.
Pike seems really bad now that I think about it with Deathrite and Putrefy.
I mean, it's not too great against Putrefy, but you can beat a Deathrite. I mean, he's playing Thought Scours and...
At worst, it's an equipment that
It's doing work right now. The first strike's pretty relevant.
gives first strike, yeah.
He's got 5 back on Putrefy's too.
Oh, because of Deadbridge, does he have...
One gets his Snapcasters.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and Deadbridge Chant, I guess.
So Dave has resolved the Sphinx's Revelation and is now going to start unloading the cards that he drew off that. We see a end of turn Advent of the Worm. Vickers going to try a Plasma Capture. I don't know if this is going to be a good Plasma Capture because I see that Vickers already has his threats deployed.
I didn't get a chance to mention it before you got in, but in the first game, Vickers cast a Plasm Capture and it let him cast 2 Thragtusk in the same turn. The first one got countered, but the second one stuck, so... I mean, I struggle with it as a card. I think it's good in Adam's deck.
It's good if it's ever a ramp spell. If it's not good at all. So Dave,
I keep forgetting that he's up.
Dave
Seconds
fighting to stay alive here, but
I went out and
they do have
checked.
30 seconds left.
Sorry, I went out and checked the clock when I left, and it was at like 12 minutes when ours was showing like 11 minutes, so there might be an extra minute, but it's very close.
We see the pike get equipped. We are going to eat a spell. We're going to see how much this...
Is it another Putrefy?
I think he's putrefying the token.
Seems
I
like
think
the right play.
I think you can keep the pike under control
I don't...
with Deathrite Shaman.
I'm not too...
The spell, Putrefy seems pretty good.
I don't really like that attack that much. It's because healer. Does he know how much time he has left? I'd just be holding back.
I'm sure.
Who, Dave?
Yeah.
He has clock awareness.
I told him when I was out there that there was 12
Okay.
minutes left.
He knows.
So how much was that? That was
I don't know if
a
Dave's
double Advent of the Worm, basically.
I don't know if Dave's
Pike has +5.
play for the 1-0 win kind of guy.
2 or nothing.
Go big or go home, right?
That's what she said.
Yeah, I have no doubt that if this game went the distance, that Dave's deck would probably win, because the Sphinx's Revelation just seems to be the form, like the mirror breaker.
That would be a gaze for 0.
He's cast 3 gazes in this match, and they've all been for 0, and they've all been ridiculous. This is Deadbridge Chant? No, Curse. Curse is so good against the Moreland Haunt deck.
Well, you definitely aren't attacking.
No, because you can't, I mean, that's if you fall with the creature.
Yeah, even with Curse, like, it's a little worse. I just don't like it.
It makes this card worse. If Vickers has a removal spell for this voice, or if David gets forced to, I completely forgot about this. Now this is a 6/1 first striker.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Now you don't even get a token, like you wouldn't anyway, because of the curse.
You can Thought Scour in response and hope to draw a counter, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
4.
Restoration Angel Blink. Resolves.
Just when you get the token, right? Oh, that was a sorcery. It's turn. So this is turn 0. Which JB just called timeout. So
We're going to cast another Sideboard targeting this Restoration Angel. And now we'll be able to attack into this Naked Voice Resurgence. Taking 2 for the Overgrown Tomb.
we can activate the Shaman.
Yep.
That deck's really cool.
Yeah, it's all him too. It's pretty novel. You know, was playing that Gaze of Granite that you were, I get you were hoping to find a spot for when it got released. It's a good value.
I think you have to. He does not attack.
Pike is still big. He's got another one.
You have to attack there. Dave has another pike. Well, if he'd attacked, then it still wouldn't matter because he would have jumped with the Deathrite.
You would have put him to 4 with the Deathrite, and then Dave would have to have another creature that is not a spirit token.
Oh no, I'm on board.
To survive.
I would have 100% attacked as well. But what do we know? Although I should say I am undefeated, so nice.
I do believe that I said that this would be a very good, very even matchup. It turns out that it is.
It's very even, but it is also very grindy.
So Adam's Hellman again.
Yes.
But he can still flashback to Sever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so he naturally cast 2 Severs?
Yep.
Wow.
I really don't like that non-attack there.
How else are you going to win?
Be what I want to ask him.
Are these guys 3-1? Or
2-1s. So, if they draw, they're not. Neither of them is eliminated by any means, but they're
Dave's
up
got to have a
against it.
Snapcaster here. As he just thumbed through his own graveyard.
He still has a Revelation.
The interaction between Deathrite and Snapcaster is very interesting because
I do not like this at all.
it.
And obviously, he didn't equip the pike, so there's something going on.
Right. He's just going to Sphinx for $1 million, right?
Upkeep Sphinxes, yeah.
Like, there's no way Adam can win now. He can't do 20 damage in 2 attack steps. Not after Dave just drew another Sphinx's Revelation. Or a Snapcaster in the flash. Well, you have to attack. Like, you're not going to win by not attacking. That was the argument for last attack.
Flashback Sever and attacking. I mean, you can attack here. I don't even know if you need to use the Sever.
Can, and I will.
Thank you.
So life totals are relevant here. As they will just untap and present a board that Adam will not be able to get through. See that he has an Azorius Charm. Does he have a Geist of St. Draft? Come to the front. Looks like he's discarding the Geist.
Well, he's not going to attack ever
Oh
again.
no, that's his not discarding.
That's the Keepers.
Yeah. So he has Restoration Angel, Rewind, and Azorius Charm at least. It's going to be very hard for Vickers to fight through that with 2 cards.
And one more attack step.
Yeah. There's the Geist. We'll go ahead and equip. Give him some pants. Vickers needs a Miracle Revenge of the Hunted off the top and to hard cast his other Revenge of the Hunted in his hand. And for Dave Snow to have a stroke and not cast a counterspell.
If Dave forgets that blocking is a thing he can do.
Turn 4. This will be turn 4 as the Mysterious Hand comes in to help.
Really want to see good. Straight.
Of course. Straight. Rules Advisor straight.
When we were playing Commander on Wednesday, he made about 20 different, correcting people that were all wrong. Like, why did you tap an extra land? Because that tally's not playing anymore. Oh, okay.
So we resolve a Farseek and then concede. Classic Vickers. So Dave Snow takes it down 2-0. And Snooze Fest 2013.
I don't know. I mean, it's fine Magic.
It was very good match. I enjoyed it. Well, we actually got more viewers during that match.
Well, I think the Pro Tour is over now. I don't know, sometimes you have to have the control mirrors on, because that's very much a part of Magic.
I currently have control of the keyboard, folks. So
The decider, huh?
we're getting some shenanigans.
Going in. Click that little